I will be talking about the similarities between verbal and nonverbal communication. In our book and in lecture, whatever you want to call it online, we have gone over basically three main things that are similar between the communication. Verbal and nonverbal communication are rule-guided, culturally bound, and contextually restricted. Basically, as an example of what rule-guided means for these would be is if you were in a job interview or something like that, verbally you want to sound not too smart but smart enough for what your job is. You don't want to like try to overdo it. You want to make sure you're asking questions with your interviewer. You want to be positive, be happy that you're there, and that you're using appropriate language with them. You don't want to be pretending like you're with your friends. You want to be there, you want to be professional. But non-verbally, some of the rules are you want to be physically appropriate. You want to be dressed well, your hair not gross, you don't want to smell icky. I don't want to use the word icky. Physical appearance, yep. Handshake. You want to come up to them, have a firm, confident handshake showing them that you know you want to be there. You don't want to be slouching like me right now. You want to be good posture. And that you want to respect the interviewer's personal space or whoever you interact with while you're in your interview. You want to not be like hugging them or anything. You want to just always keep the space, which we'll go over later in a different video. For the culturally bound, it's like rules that for like an American culture, we can do certain things, we can say certain things to each other that we know are okay, like giving this sign and all that kind of stuff. And then if you're like in France, it could mean something totally different, and that you don't know what could happen, so just be aware of that. And then that both of nonverbal and verbal communication are contextually restricted, and that's saying you want to be like, if you're in a job interview, you're acting all professional, you're dressed a certain way and everything, but you don't want to like carry that over to if you're with your friends or any other different possible kind of context that you could come across, because that could just be taken weird. With your friends, you want to be dressed like this, you're just in casual clothes, you're talking however you talk with your friends, or even with your family, it's different. You just got to be contextually aware of where you are, what context you're in, and how you're able to react. So yeah, those are basic similarities in between verbal and nonverbal communication.